Spring break is next week for all PHS students, but Prosper Sports won't be taking any time off. On Tuesday, both soccer teams are busy trying to fend off the McKinney North Bulldogs. The girls trying to claim a district title, the guys wanting to remain perfect in district play. Last weekend, Prosper basketball regional playoffs. How would Eagle sports pan out before the break? Find out right here. This is Game Time. Welcome back to Game Time. I'm Brandon Bonaparte alongside Braden Brandvold, Seth Golden, and Chris Wafer.
Can I just say something, Brandon?
Go ahead.
I like how my hair looks today. They finally
You
got
said that like
right.
3 shows ago.
No,
I feel
it
like
hasn't messed up for a
No,
while.
he said he didn't like it.
Thank you. You don't pay attention to me. I'm the face of ENN. You don't pay attention.
Chris, does anyone pay attention to you?
Not really, Seth. Not
Yeah,
really.
I know. No.
That's the
All right,
problem.
hey, we can debate who's the face of ENN later, but Tuesday night, both the Eagles soccer teams faced off against the Bulldogs. We have that recap and the highlights
Both Prosper soccer teams faced off against the McKinney North Bulldogs. In the girls' game, the Bulldogs came out hot, scoring in the first half. However, this didn't discourage the Lady Eagles as they were able to bounce back and keep the ball on the Bulldogs' side for most of the remainder of the game. Thanks to Kat Rogers' 2 consecutive goals, the Lady Eagles dominated the rest of the game, winning 2-1. And this sealed their title of district champs. Moving on to the boys' game, Chris Gress scored easily in the first 15 minutes. Later in the half, a solid possession down on the Bulldogs' side leads to a beautiful cross, and Xander Shelton is able to score a header. The score was 2-0 heading into the second half. North started strong with multiple opportunities to score, but fell short every time. The Eagles were able to finish strong and score one more goal to close the game, 3-0. This also secured the Eagles' title of a district champ.
On the girls' side, Kat Rogers put up both goals and propelled the Lady Eagles to a district championship. Now let's take a look at the basketball playoff game from last Friday night. Prosper versus Midlothian Friday night here at the Curtis Caldwell Center. Zach back to Jerry, back to Zach, who hits the turnaround jumper. Both offenses in this one took a little bit to get going. The score was 7-7 at the end of 1. Archie goes for the 2, but it's sent back by Zach Reitzel. This time Jordan to Marshall, who's able to drain the 3 ball. Next possession, it's Prosper's turn. Reitzel gonna find Shaw in the corner. He hits, but the Panthers would go on a 20-5 run to start off the second half. The Eagles desperately trying to claw back. Davis waits, puts the spin on. It's good, and here come the Eagles. Late in the 4th, the score is tied at 40 apiece. Archie waits. He drives, and he's able to put the Panthers up by 2 with 19 seconds left. Do or die time for the Eagles. Inbound to Reitzel. Looks, goes for the tie, and can't get it to fall. Prosper falls to Midlothian 44-40.
An amazing season put on by a guys team that had some star talent all the way across the board. Without the 20-5 run to start the second half, I think this team could have taken this game.
You're right, Seth. We could have won that game, but it's fine. We're going to move on. It's still the first team to ever make it to the regional finals in basketball history. I love that team. I'm going to miss seeing an ultralight beam on the way back from the away games, but, it's fine.
Certainly something to build on in the coming years
Yeah.
for Prosper basketball. When Game Time returns, Go Oyongo discusses who he thinks can make a splash in this year's big dance, the NCAA basketball tournament.
Now we will be sending it to Goel Yongo with his predictions on who he thinks will make it to this year's college basketball championship.
Thank you, Braden. With March Madness coming up, I have selected 4 teams that I think might make it to the championship. Let's start out with Duke, who has been really strong this year, possessing young talent in their starting lineup, having Marvin Bagley averaging 20.7 points per game, and Duke's other forward, Wendell Carter Jr., who can make their stadium explode with one alley-oop dunk. The star power can carry them throughout this tournament. Next on the list, we have UNC, last year's champions who are now 22-7. the team's starting lineup is very offensively strong, with 4 of 5 starters averaging 10 points or higher. Joel Berry is the go-to man here, an experienced vet who brings championship caliber to the table. Now we have Villanova. From the Big East, who is doing a little bit better than UNC at 27-4, their experience mixed with the young talent poises them for a long run any year. And Coach Jay Wright is one of the best in the nation, period. We could talk about other Blue Bloods who have a real shot at hoisting the trophy in April, but now let's move on to my sleeper team, Michigan. Yes, this is a bold statement to say, but they are coming off of a 2 upset in the Big Ten tournament, and to seem peaking at the right time and could make some unexpected noise within March Madness. So taking this into account, who do you guys think at the desk will take it home this year?
Thanks, Goel. I'm going to have to agree with him on this one. I think Michigan's going far. Like he said, they're peaking at the right time. Wagner, he's coming in with 15 points per game, and even when he gets in foul trouble like we saw against Michigan State, you know, John Tess can come in and he can still put up some big points. You know, he got 12 points last game against Michigan State to clinch their spot in this tournament.
Exactly what they did last year. Michigan last year, again, they had the plane crash, a little bit added motivation, but they won their Big Ten tournament. They came into the tournament, the NCAA tournament, and they made it all the way to the Elite Eight.
Which no one saw even coming.
No.
Well, besides you.
You know what?
Besides
I'm going
you,
to make a
Brandon.
bold statement right now. I'm going to make a really bold statement.
Yes.
Alabama's going to Sweet 16.
No,
Yes.
no way.
I believe
Colin
Alabama.
Sexton.
Colin Sexton.
It's about star players in
Yes.
this
For
tournament.
me,
Colin Sexton is a
my
top
big team
10
is
pick.
still Duke. Marvin Bagley is averaging over 20 points a game, and they have
Oh.
Grayson Allen too.
Duke is
Those
not
are
going far.
two star players that can hold a team down. I think they go far
I
this year.
highly doubt that.
They
I
go
mean,
farther
that's-
than Alabama.
Oh. That's a strong opinion right there.
Or we can be like Josh Knight and have OU going all the way.
Oh,
He has OU for everything. Get him out of here.
He really does. And that's the beauty of this tournament. We don't know. You never know who's going to get hot at the right time, who's going to make that last second buzzer beater that puts them into the second weekend. It's why this year is just so much fun. This time of the year, March, college basketball.
Yeah.
We hope you guys all enjoy it. When we come back, McKinley Bounds has your player of the week.
Mu Alpha Theta will be selling pies on Monday, March 19th for $1. You can also pay $1 to pie a teacher or administrator in the face. Seniors, come by Miss Mueller's office by March 9th to verify the name that will be on your diploma. Permission forms needed to enroll in dual credit courses next year are due to the counseling office by March 9th. For questions, see your counselor.
Both boys and girls soccer have been putting on dominating showings throughout all of the seasons so far. Many of these players are deserving of our player of the week, but we had to choose one player that seemed to stand out above the rest. We will now send it over to McKinley Bounds for your player of the week.
Thank you, Seth. I'm here with our player of the week, Kat Rogers. She's a midfield on our Lady Eagles soccer team, and she scored the 2 goals that won the McKinney North game. And so, Kat, how did that feel?
It felt really awesome. Our whole team played really well the entire game, and so just being able to see that second goal go in was really cool.
Absolutely in. District's over, and y'all are officially district champs. How does that feel?
It feels great. We're really excited about it.
And now that district's over, looking on the playoffs, what are your expectations?
Playoffs, anybody can beat anybody, so we're taking it one game at a time, but our team's ready. We're hitting our peak, and we're excited about it.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today. Catch us on that Friday after spring break. For Game Time, I'm Brandon Bonaparte.
I'm Braden Brandvold.
I'm Seth Golden.
And I'm Chris Wafer.